Greetings, kindreds. It's Megan, and it's the end of November. I am going to kind of update my book journal here with you. So you see this insert, I keep track of the books I read, write a little blurb about it so I can remember what I read. I did not do October's yet, and that's okay. I can catch up now, and I'm going to do November's even though I've got a couple more days left in November. I'm currently reading The Correspondent, and I know I'm not going to finish it by the end of the month. And I don't even want to try and put pressure on myself to do so because I'm enjoying it so far. I'm just started and I want to enjoy it. This is definitely a time of year I start slowing down, and you'll see that. So in October, I read The Bug Wife, Magical Innkeeping, Wayward, and Spell to Wake the Dead. I'm going to be honest with you. I had a lot of dreams and plans for November that didn't come to fruition, including with my books. Oops, sorry, I'm already dropping things. But yeah, I love suspense and mystery and good, juicy ghost stories and whatnot. And so I was really excited about some of these novels, and I didn't love them. I loved one, one out of four. And I kind of struggled to finish some. I probably should have DNF'd. I haven't DNF'd a book or did not finish a book all year. And maybe I need to, time is precious. So I love plaids and ginghams so much. This little booklet, I think it was like $10 on Amazon, of paper. I used it like it was going out of style. It's in all my journal spreads just about for September, October, November, and I'm going to use it a little bit more here on my October book pages. It was worth its weight in gold because I also use the scraps for things, and yeah, like I said, I'm just kind of in this gingham era for real. I know a lot of us with like the cottagecore hearts are. Let's speed this up a bit so you can see me decorating here. I also have been using this, like I have like some headbands with this kind of print, tablecloths. That's one of the things about getting older that is cracking me up, is now I'm into tablecloths. I don't know. It's like you don't realize you're an older millennial until you're like, ooh, I get to pull this out. So sorry about the camera jiggle. As always, the cat and dog and me are at play, and you may hear the cat at some point in this video because I've got the window open so he can get into the garden. It's a nice day, and these end of autumn days, I want the animals to get as much sunshine as their little bodies would like. So here we go. This is going to be the end of this roll of washi, actually, and I'm trimming it down because I want as much room to write as possible. On each of my book journal spreads, I try to incorporate a quote. I love quotes. I love song lyrics, and so it only makes sense that I would include them in my monthly spreads. And so my Marigona Sully art here, I love this little witch lady so much. Yeah, I love ghost stories. I love stories about witches and such. Not so much like a zombie mummy or even a vampire person. I did read Twilight many moons ago, and I enjoyed it though, especially like my age at the time. I think it was better suited to it, which is kind of my read for some of these books the next couple months. Like I probably would have enjoyed them more at a different time in life, but yeah. And here I'm just adding the month of October in my little bubble letters so that I can go back and remember. I do really enjoy referencing this book, and this was kind of my inspiration for this page, but I didn't go there. But I did use up some of these autumn things. I am just about ready to put I keep like all my October, November looking stuff together in a little bin or a folder, and I'm gonna start putting those away. I just pulled down my December stuff as I can't remember. Christmas and wintertime, I kind of blend those together. Okay, fast forward. Sorry, I just glued down the little books, and here I've got my little 5-star rating stickers. They're cute. I don't know that I'd repurchase, but I'm going to use them since I did buy them. And I will be able to, look back and rate my books. I do rate on GoodReads as well. This coming year, I'd like to write a little bit more on GoodReads and yeah. So Bog Wife only got 2 stars for me. It's really atmospheric. I get where she was going. I just didn't go there with her. I didn't feel for the characters, and I really, really wanted to. And it just didn't twist and turn the way I wanted. So there's that. Wayward, 4.5 stars. Loved it. And I actually did in my another insert a whole page on Wayward. So that's what I do with my favorite books of the month. In Keeping got 2, and Spelled Awake the Dead, I think I gave it like 2.5. I would have liked it more when I was younger. So yeah, Bog Wife, really atmospheric, really sad in some ways and interesting. I needed more magic or something. I want to take that premise and like rewrite it. I don't know. If you've read it, let me know. If you disagree, I respect that. I get it. Wayward, I loved. I will say there are so many trigger warnings for this book. So please, if you are someone who is easily triggered, like a lot of the common ones, and you can see the bad things coming a mile away, like please don't go in there. You're going to get hurt. And it still happens. But I didn't think it was gratuitous, and it is a story a little bit of, just the plight of women, unfortunately, and fortunately. And instead of focusing on the traumas, I felt like it really focused on the strength instead of like generational trauma, like generational strength, calling on your ancestors. I love, love, love that. Magical Innkeeping was odd to me. I don't even know that I would have liked it when I was younger that much more. I've heard her other novels are much better. It was oddly spicy. I was like, whoa, this is very spicy for something that reads middle school to me. I don't know. It just wasn't my thing. Spelled Awake the Dead, I love like a craft or kind of witch coven feel. The romance in it was very like, I would have preferred it more when I was in high school. And I just felt like some of the plot was really unplausible, even though, I'm not expecting it to be. It just, I don't know, it didn't really go anywhere, and it wrapped up too quickly and easily for me. All right, so here is what I read this month in November. And like I said, I'm reading the correspondent, but it'll probably end up in my December reads because I barely started. And I probably should have done these in reverse and done this mystical magical for October and then that more autumn for November, but this is where I'm at. A friend of mine, Penpal, actually sent me this cute little card with the lady with the pretty hair, and I thought it matched this Marigona Suli washi, really lovely, and I really wanted to use some of these bits. So yeah, this spread is just color-wise cohesive. It does not match any of the books that I read. It's just kind of what I felt like doing, and that's totally fine. I have enjoyed the books that I've read this month, so that is really nice. I started off with The Intruder by Frida McFadden. My friend Chris, those of you who've followed names when I had a name channel, she had one. Chris, and I and Rebe all still talk regularly. So that's just a lovely little blessing in my life. And she was reading it on Kindle Unlimited, and so I was like, oh, I'm going to read it too. So, and Frida McFadden is just like a good, juicy, quick, like, I know what I'm getting. I know the formula, and that's fine. It's kind of like Agatha Christie, who I'd also like to read some more of her novels coming up. I kind of know what I'm getting into, and I can rarely figure them out, and that's fine too. I guess part of The Intruder, but not the whole thing. I am definitely excited to see The Handmaid. I must have read that like a year and a half ago or so, but yeah, let me know if you have a favorite of hers. I like The Teacher, and then I can't think of what it's called. The wife is, like an invalid upstairs. I don't know. There's a couple of wife ones like that, but I enjoy that one. And I like the psychologist one too. I can't think off the top of my head, but if you want to know, comment and I will look it up for you, or go look on my GoodReads, which is also Megan's Diary. Yeah, I would like to leave, I leave like star ratings on GoodReads. I think for next year, I'd like to leave a little bit more in depth and maybe even cut that out and put that here in my reading journal. I really love these like mystical library vibes that are going on here in the page. I wanted to touch on something, and I may do a video on this. This is the time of year where I feel a lot of pressure. It is definitely self-imposed pressure, but there's so much going on, with work and life and family and, getting cards out. And so I definitely want to slow down right now. So I'm probably going to be posting less and hopefully more meaningful, but less content. And I think a lot of you, especially since this is such a society of introverts that tend to enjoy journaling and such, I think a lot of you will understand that. Even with reading, I'd like to finish the correspondent, and I'd like to reread Little Women. Okay, I've got a quote, and I've done my bubbling. So, not my favorite Frida, 3 stars. And I did read Irish Goodbye that I like, and The Girls That Disappeared. I liked that as well. So here I filled in a little bit about the books, and I thought I'd just kind of show you the page. Sorry for the quick ending there. I was running out of film life, but I hope you enjoyed. Lots of love and happy reading.